everybody, how's it going? I got a request from one of my subscribers to talk about highlights and shadows and mixing the colors up and stuff, so I'm going to do some purple on this jacket of this rabbit. And so basically I don't actually buy purple paint, I make it. I start with a blue. Oh, and here's my little key. I use that when I can't find my can opener. I just have it on my key ring. I cut off a little can opener thing. Anyway, here's the colors. I get a dark blue, and I use that. And this dark blue, actually, I got, it was a mist tint, believe it or not. I got it for $15 for that gallon, and it's a satin. It's a really good deal. And then this, I bought a sample quart because I didn't want to buy a whole quart right now. I mean a whole gallon. So I got this for $5 and something for that quart. And you can see it makes like a super vivid purple when you mix those two colors together. If you mix just regular red and blue, you get more of a kind of a plum color. But if you want a really vivid purple, you have to start with that really intense fuchsia color. So anyway, I mix it up, and then I put a little bit in another container, and then I take a third container, smaller one, the two small ones, and I put some in there too. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up with three colors. I'm going to use the dark color. In one of the small containers, I'm just going to leave it dark, and that's going to be the shadow color. And then this is going to be the highlight color. I'm going to add more white to it too. And then that in the larger container, in the larger tray, is it's going to be my base color, the base purple for the rabbit's jacket. And this is going to be the highlight. And so I just I play with the two colors, the base color and the highlight. I leave the color on the top right there. That's going to be the highlight. So I'm going to add more white to it. I just keep adding white till I get it how I want it. And the thing to keep in mind too is these colors, they all dry about 15% darker than the wet color. So here we have all three. Oh, I'm going to add more white even. And I have lids for those so I can save these colors for, I'm starting to do spring stuff. So here we have it, the base, the shadow, and the highlight. And this is the base color. And I'm just using a brush. I'm not going to use a roller because it's not a huge area that I'm painting. So here I'm going in, and even though I use that blue teal color, I'm still going to use a shadow. But sometimes just out of habit I'll outline it in that teal color, outline the white. And you can do this pretty quickly. This is all in real time, what I'm showing you right now. It's pretty fast. And you don't have to worry about getting it like totally perfect the first time. You can if you want. You can take your time, but then it's going to be thick and it's going to take longer to dry, which really doesn't matter because this is a large window. But if you're doing a small job, you don't want to mess around like that. You want to do really thin coats. And this one's pretty thin. So that's the first coat of the base purple. And now I'm going in. This is after I did some other stuff and it's dry. And I just come back, and once you do the second coat, it's really solid and it's nice. people ask me sometimes, they're just like, how do you get such vivid colors? Well, you back it with white and you do a couple good coats of the color, you get a nice even opaque coverage. And it looks really good. I probably could have sped this up too. Don't really have to watch it in real time, but still, I mean, it gives you an idea how long it takes. It doesn't take that long to do a coat. Maybe 2 minutes a coat. So yeah, one of my subscribers asked about the shadows and stuff and the highlights, and I just usually put the dark color. Well, sometimes I outline the whole thing with the color, but I usually put the thicker part at the bottom because typically light is coming from the light source does come from the top. But sometimes, you know, the light source comes from the bottom, like if you're doing a volcano or an explosion or something, and you would highlight the clouds with the yellow or the volcanic smoke coming up. Would be the bottom of the cloud. But so in this case, you can see what I'm doing. I go in and I do the shadows first, and like I said, I kind of really wispy, like, do outlines too. And I don't always put all the color, always put the color at the bottom, but typically, like I said, I do because the light is coming from the top or coming from the side too. A lot of times I just kind of make it up as I go along. Decide where to put what. Now I've got, and I can do this, I don't have to wait for the other color to dry. Now I'm going in with the light color. And it just makes it look really vibrant and kind of gives it a sense of roundness, you know, a little bit sense of three-dimensionality or depth. And those ones are kind of weird. They're not really, they're on the bottom of that one, so it's like kind of strange. But it still looks good. By the time I outline it with the black, you'll see when I trap it, it looks good. The other thing I did on this job too is I used a lot of decals too because they wanted their logo flying through the air, the Hyundai logo, and that's why I came up with the kite idea. And then I thought, oh, I'll put one on an Easter egg, and I'll also put one on top of the leprechaun's hat. But it was really windy that day and it was cold. So you can see the Easter egg has a little Hyundai logo, a little decal. A lot of times I put the decals on and I just paint around them. Anyway, it's pretty long. It came out good. There's some spaces you can see on the windows where I didn't paint because they wanted to be able to see out. But these are all the characters, and there's a little boy flying a kite, the logo again, and some flowers. And anyway, it came out really good. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Maybe tomorrow, another video.